Tamil Nadu's principal opposition party, the AIADMK, on Monday declared that former Chief Ministers O Panneerselvam and Edappadi K Palaniswami have been elected unopposed as the coordinator and joint coordinator of the party. What does this election mean to the two former chief ministers and their former boss V K Sasikala? Let's decode. The AIADMK suffered a vertical split in February 2017, 2 months after the death of former Chief Minister J Jayalalithaa. O Panneerselvam rebelled against Sasikala. Sasikala thrust Palaniswami into the Chief Minister's chair before she went to Bengaluru to surrender before the Parappana Agrahara jail authorities to serve 4-year jail term in the disproportionate assets case. When she returned in February 2021, things have changed in Tamil Nadu. Palaniswami was in complete control of the AIADMK and the government he ran for over 4.5 years. What happened after the elections? Much before elections, Sasikala was forced to announce that she was stepping aside from politics. But after AIADMK's defeat in the April 6 assembly elections, Sasikala made an announcement in May end saying that she would claim the leadership for the AIADMK. But nothing moved for the former aide of J Jayalalithaa. Sasikala has not been able to galvanize the party cadres. So EPS and OPS were at loggerheads for a long time, but now EPS has understood that keeping OPS in good humor and keeping him as the coordinator of the party will help him rather than continuing to sidelining him in the party. Why? Because if OPS feels sidelined all the time, he will, and if he tries to move away from the party, he has no choice but to go to V K Sasikala. If OPS goes and joins the V K Sasikala faction or appears to support the faction led by V K Sasikala, then EPS position would become a little weak. So EPS does not want to lose his position in the party, so he wants to keep Panneerselvam in good humor and keep him as the coordinator of the party, and he himself, EPS, will become the joint coordinator of the party. Though they were appointed by the party General Council in 2017 to the post, this is the first time that the AIADMK has gone ahead for an organizational elections. Why is the question now? Because the AIADMK leadership wanted a legitimacy to the dual leadership. So they went for the polls and both of them have been elected unopposed to the coordinator and the joint coordinator post. So now they have made an amendment to the party bylaws, which means that earlier in 2017, when the party appointed Mr. Panneerselvam and Mr. Palaniswami as the coordinator and joint coordinator, it was announced that the General Council will have the powers to elect the coordinator and the joint coordinator. But now they have reverted to the previous method in which the General Secretary was elected directly by the people. That means the primary members of the AIADMK. So now, with the General Secretary post being abolished or placing Jayalalithaa as the permanent General Secretary of the AIADMK, these two people have created this position and now they have been duly elected to the leadership post. Though there are complaints that the election was not held according to the rules and regulations of the party, no party voters list was published and so on, but there is little room for this election to be challenged in a court of law. So now what happens to V K Sasikala is the biggest question. The AIADMK claims that she is no more a member of the party because she failed to renew her membership in 2017. So since she is not a member of the primary member of the party, she will not be able to contest for any positions, or she will not be able to attend any meetings of the party. Though till today she claims to be the general secretary of the AIADMK. This means EPS and OPS have buried all the differences to come together so that Sasikala does not get an entry into the AIADMK, at least for now. But the biggest question is, how long will the truce remain? Because EPS and OPS are known to have numerous differences between them, but for now a truce has been arrived at between them because of individual compulsions. EPS has to control the party along with OPS, which is better, rather than ceding all the authority to the Sasikala in the event of Sasikala coming into the party. OPS also felt that he being a coordinator is a better arrangement than playing the second fiddle to Sasikala. But will this truce last? How long will it last is the biggest question now. The AIADMK has been under attack from its own cadre for not performing in the elections held to the 9 rural local bodies in 9 districts. But now the state is headed for a statewide urban local body elections in which this truce will be put to test. If the AIADMK is able to make some headway, make some progress by winning a few seats across the state, then this leadership will continue to remain, or there will be murmurs against this leadership sometime after the elections are over. But for now, it seems that the road for V K Sasikala is closed within the AIADMK, but you never know what happens in politics. There is no permanent enemy or there is no permanent friend. She might have an opening, but for now it looks like the door is closed for her. And immediately after the election commissioners of the AIADMK declared that Mr. Panneerselvam and Mr. Palaniswami have been declared as the coordinator and joint coordinator, they issued a joint statement announcing a large-scale protest against the DMK. So they have sent a signal that they have buried their differences. They will continue to work as joint leaders. The party will function as a cohesive unit, and then they will try to put out statements jointly. For now, they have been putting out statements separately. So if this unity continues between EPS and OPS, and if they are able to function as a one cohesive unit, they will be able to manage to bring some kind of confidence among the cadre, because this confidence has been missing among the AIADMK cadre for the past 6 months. So we need to wait and see what happens in the next few months. But for now, the AIADMK leadership seems to have been settled. For now, OPS and EPS are the absolute leaders of the AIADMK. Thanks for watching.